Hi guys, welcome back to CJ's Keto Kitchen. If you are looking for home-style recipes made ketogenic that the whole family will enjoy, then you've come to the right place. This is an easy, cheesy side dish. Move over green bean casserole. It's time for something new. So our seasonal recipes continue. And if you have never been a Brussels sprout fan before, I'm about to change your mind. Tonight we are going to be making a delicious Thanksgiving side dish. And it is going to be bacon Brussels sprout au gratin. So I am cutting up my fresh Brussels sprouts. I'm taking them off the giant stalk. And I have cut them in halves and quarters for a little variety. And I need 1 pound of them, and that is what I have here. So now I'm going to put them on a baking tray with a little bit of olive oil, and I'm going to pre-roast them at 400 degrees for 30 minutes. For this recipe, you are also going to need crumbled bacon. I have about 1/3 cup of crumbled bacon here. And I have just rewarmed it in a little bit of rendered bacon grease. Okay, our pre-roasted Brussels sprouts are ready to come out of the oven. We are now going to prepare our cheese sauce for our Brussels sprouts au gratin. You can go ahead and leave your oven at 400 degrees because we are going to be cooking our casserole after we make our cheese sauce. You're going to need a medium saucepan for this. The first thing going into our saucepan is a cup of heavy cream. That is 1 cup of heavy cream. And we are going to put this on medium-low heat. We do not want it to scorch. So, as with all of our recipes, I am an aggressive seasoner. I like my food very well seasoned. If you enjoy seasonings other than what I am using, absolutely use those. Additionally, if you like more or less of what I am using, also take that into consideration for your own personal preferences. The first seasoning is Trader Joe's 21 Seasoning Salute. If you don't have a Trader Joe's, you can absolutely use just an all-purpose seasoning. Both Mrs. Dash and McCormick make herbal seasonings that are quite similar. The next ingredient is garlic powder. Similarly, you can find garlic powder in just about any brand. The next thing that I'm going to be using is the Kindery's Buttery Steakhouse. I get this on Amazon and it's always linked in our favorites. The last ingredient that I'm going to be adding before I put our cheese into our white sauce is a little bit of mace. Now, mace is the outer covering of the nutmeg seed, and it is just a touch milder than nutmeg, and nutmeg or something like that is very popular with cheese sauces. And I'm just putting in a little bit. Okay, our cream is starting to bubble around the edges, and so we know that it is very close to being ready to add our cheese. Now, the cheese that I'm going to be using for this au gratin is a combination of Swiss and Gruyere. I'm using the Gruyere because it is a very strongly flavored cheese, and it holds up well to casseroles. It is usually what they use to make fondue traditionally. I found mine at Trader Joe's. If you don't have a Trader Joe's, the deli department of most grocery stores also carry this. If you cannot find it at all, choose something like Swiss or a very strong white cheese. I'm going to go ahead and put that into my warmed cream, and that is 2 cups. And I'm just going to start slowly whisking that and allowing it to melt.
Go ahead.
While that is melting, I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper, My black pepper is from fresh peppercorns that I have ground and put in my shaker. I'm also going to add a little bit of salt. Our cheese sauce is close to being done, and you can tell that it's getting nice and stringy. And I have turned my burner off. So I am just going to leave this here while we assemble the rest of our gratin. So you are going to need a casserole dish. Mine happens to be an 11 by 7. You're going to want to put your pre-roasted Brussels sprouts into your casserole dish. I'm now going to add our crumbled bacon onto the top of our Brussels sprouts. Now these are the vegetables and ingredients that I have chosen to use here, but you could absolutely choose a different roasted vegetable if you wanted. You could do broccoli or cauliflower, anything like that. I also have vegetarian options listed on my blog post. So if you're interested in vegetarian options for this casserole, definitely head over there. I'm now going to take our cheese sauce and pour it over. Look at that yummy robe of cheese. No boring Thanksgiving side dishes here. Okay, I am just going to give it a bit of a stir so that our cheese gets into all of our Brussels sprout ingredients. We want to make sure that everyone gets an even coating in this ooey gooiness. Now for a final flourish, I'm going to add just a tiny bit more cheese. Once again, this is the Gruyere and Swiss combination. And I'm also going to add just a little bit of grated Parmesan, just because I like how it mimics breadcrumbs. Because traditionally in a lot of gratins, you do have a breadcrumb topping. And then I'm just going to sprinkle with a bit more cheese. It's already pretty cheesy, so I'm just doing a little bit. Okay, so there it is. There's our bacon Brussels sprout au gratin. And I'm going to put this back into the 400-degree oven that we roasted our Brussels sprouts in, and we are going to cook this for about 15 minutes, probably broiling the top at the end just to make it nice and brown and crispy. So we are ready to get our delicious side dish out of the oven. Smells really good. As always, I'm going to let this sit here for about 10 or 15 minutes before I serve it. And then we are going to let CJ tell us what he thinks. Here is our second seasonal recipe, a fabulous side dish, and this is bacon Brussels sprout au gratin. Hi.
Hi. Hi. Hi. Hi.
Don't hurt yourself.
Hi.
Hi. So try the Brussels sprouts and tell us what you think.
Okay. First of all, that's hot. They're good. That's really good. Good flavor. The cheesy cheese, whatever, was really good. Gruyere, is that right?
Gruyere with a G.
Yeah. Gruyere.
Yes.
Cheese was really good. And the flavor really brings the flavor out. I think we were talking how we had never, either one of us had really had Brussels sprouts before.
Nope.
Now we eat them often. But I could see that this would also work with other vegetables as well. So definitely it's not a boring side dish for the holidays, and I think people should give it a try. Thanks for the hard work, baby.
Thank you. Bye.